People's Democratic Party continues to wriggle in leadership crisis as party says court has stopped Ahmed Gulak. Jibril is acting BOT chair and anxiety builds ahead of party organs meeting next week. That's a major focus on the program. Thank you everyone for joining in. I'm Sheung Okinbaloye. Let's first check on some stories coming from the courtrooms. It may have come slightly late, but the removal of former governor of Adamawa State, Murtala Nyako, has been nullified by the appeal court sitting in Yola, the Adamawa State capital. A five-man panel of appeal court judges presided over by Justice Jomai Sankey nullified the impeachment of the former governor. In a lead judgment delivered by Justice Tunde Owoloye, the court set aside an earlier ruling of a lower court that upheld the impeachment. All the five judges unanimously ruled that the Adamawa State House of Assembly flagrantly abused tenets of law by infringing on the fundamental rights of Nyako by removing him from office illegally. However, the judges said the issue of tenure elongation for Nyako cannot stand as his term in office has elapsed. And from Adamawa State to the nation's capital, where the Supreme Court has affirmed the election of Mr. Darius Ishaku as governor of Taraba State. The apex court dismissed the petition filed by the governorship candidate of the All Progressives Congress, who is now Minister Senator Aisha El Hassan. Delivering the lead judgment, Justice Badu Rhodes Vivo held that the appeal lacks merit and substance. Meanwhile, the PDP is reacting to the Supreme Court judgment. The party says, without such landmark judgments from the Supreme Court, perhaps there would have been no Nigeria, and we salute them for their courage in delivering justice to the people. The party went further to say that we therefore want APC and the federal government to stop insulting judiciary, as there is nowhere in the world that a ruling party go about howling abuses on the judiciary. That's according to Chief Uche Secondus on behalf of the party. But let's get to hear from a lawyer the implications of these court cases. Mr. Malaka Ogumadu, a legal practitioner, joins us on the telephone. Well, I understand that we will be connecting with him in a moment. But let's move ahead now to some other stories, precisely the issues that we are focusing on today. The leadership crisis rocking the People's Democratic Party. As you know, that a few days ago, the governors of the People's Democratic Party came out to say that they've agreed that Chief Uche Secondus and Mr. Ahmed Gulak should step aside until they are able to resolve the crisis rocking the chairmanship seat of the party, asking the national secretary of the party to stand in the meantime. But the party came forward to say that today there is a court ruling which asks Mr. Gulak to stopping Mr. Gulak from becoming the party chairman. Well, the party sent a statement saying Gulak case suffers setback at appeal court fails to stop Secondus. The party says former political advisor to President Gulak, Jonathan Haji Ahmed Gulak, on Thursday at the Court of Appeal, Abuja Division, failed to secure interlocutory injunction to stop the acting national chairman, Prince Uche Secondus, from operating in that capacity. That's according to the PDP publicity office. Well, Mr. Ogumadu joins us, a legal practitioner in Lagos. Thank you so much, Mr. Ogumadu, for talking to us on the program. We want to get some legal perspectives into these and get a sense of what some of these court cases mean generally. Let me start with the one regarding the appeal court judgment in the case of Mr. Murtala Nyako, the former governor of Adamawa State. What does this imply? No tenor allegation, that's what the court has said. But again, in terms of emolument and his entitlement, what is interpretation of this?
Well, you will agree with me, Sean, that this is a judgment that has not been handed down. We are delighted that a formidable platform such as your organization is keeping touch and tracking these things as they are happening. A lot. Also, I am driving, and I'm still on the road trying to grapple with the details of what happened. So I can speak generally to say that the judgment has come the way it has come, and you could see that it has taken a while before the judgment was handed down. But the immediate takeaway message is to say that the process leading to what happened with respect to the impeachment of Nyako is literally reversed. And that is the purport of that judgment. In which case, you already have one claim that Nyako is no longer going to be deemed as one who was impeached from office, and he will be entitled to all that is due as an ex-governor, including his pension and so on and so forth. The lesson there is that the legislative arm of government needs to be a lot more circumspect in conducting the affairs of removal of governors strictly according to the law. If you fail to do that strictly as defined and as provided, you are likely going to harvest this kind of judgment. And that becomes a clear message to other houses of assembly and the parliament generally moving forward. And so it was good that Governor Nyako did not slip over his right. It was that he approached the court to ventilate his interest and seek redress. And I think he is happier that today the Court of Appeal has upheld his contention along the line of what transpired in the past.
All right, from what we have seen today, for example, it brings to mind the fact that a lot of court cases are coming at this time. Let me quickly take you to the Supreme Court judgment, which has brought to an end the case in regards of the Taraba governorship seat and upholding the election of Mr. Ishaku as a duly elected governor of Taraba State. Tell me, this has added to the list of the Supreme Court judgments in the governorship elections. What's your take, immediate reaction on this particular one?
Well, I think that moving forward, we should all aspire as a nation, particularly the statutory organ of government saddled with the conduct of elections, to limit the number of litigations that attend the outcomes of elections in the country. That way, we will be reenacting the certainty that the sovereignty actually lies in the people and that the people can collectively express their will through an electoral process and not by the interpretation of the courts. The role of the judiciary in any constitutional democracy cannot be discountenanced. But regarding the issue of election, moving forward, we must aspire as an ambition to advance the country in such a way that elections must start and end in the electoral booths, and the results declared to reflect the will of the people. Now, having said that, as a preliminary statement, let us put it in perspective and say that the judgment didn't quite come as a surprise at all. I'm sure that the full reasoning will be given in a future date as we're told and as we learn. But straight away, you will agree that the basis for the appeal itself, the basis of the petition itself, this is not quite add up with the requirements of the Electoral Act. The basis upon which the woman, who is a minister by the way now, approached the election tribunal does not fall within the ambits of the grounds for election petition. Indeed, it amounts more like a pre-election matter, and so she has had her day, and the court has, declared its verdict. But I think that the courage that she displayed must be commended. One, as a female contestant who went the whole hog, contested the election, now disputed the result, and then approached the court for the final determination of the case. I think she needs some commendation. And I think that a lot of factors have also conspired to soften the loss for her, because as a minister today, I think she can fall back on that while looking up to a future time when she can take another fresh shot at it.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Ogumadu, for your thoughts there on these court cases. Thank you so much. Well, let's get down to the main focus of tonight. That is the PDP leadership matter, which, of course, we know a lot of issues are happening at the same time. The party is looking forward to its convention in March, where they're hoping that they'll be able to resolve some of the clouds hovering over the issue of the leadership of the party. But again, issues are coming forward, as we understand now, is that between Mr. Ahmed Gulak, the former aide to President Goodluck Jonathan, and between himself and Prince Uche Secondos, the fact that who is the original acting chairman or who is the chairman of the party. Remember what the governors of the party said. I'm going to allow you to listen to what they said at this particular meeting. When they got out of the meeting, they resolved that the two men should step aside for the secretary of the party to act in that capacity. But things are really happening, and very fast too. Take a listen to what the governor said.
The invasion of the party headquarters by Ahmed Ali Gulak, who reportedly assumed the chairmanship of the People's Democratic Party, is regrettable and condemnable. We take cognizance of the judgment by the court in Abuja, which ordered the acting chairman to vacate office for any other person from the northeast zone of Nigeria. Our party constitution has enough provision for that, and the necessary process has been put in motion. The appropriate organs of the party will meet soonest to elect a national chairman of the party from the appropriate zone. We have also, in line with our constitution, especially taking cognizance of the judgment in the court today, for the national secretary to take over the leadership of the party immediately, and that is in line with the provisions of PDP constitution.